How you doing? This is Don Kingdom 592 coming at you with all the flair but less hair. All right, so we're going to talk about threats. And the reason we're going to talk about threats, like everybody knows they're out there, and I know how to click on them, and I know how to kill them, and yada, yada, yada. There has been some changes to the threats. There's been some changes to the drops. We haven't really addressed it over a period of, always starts with the itchy nose when I get started here. Never touch your nose on film, folks. It's poor etiquette, but we'll do it anyway. Got my camera swapped out. This camera looks a little better. Man, I keep going through cameras. This is like my 5th camera we've got to go through here. Okay, so we're going to start at the beginning. Now, I got an account that's a little bit above searching for, well, I say that, but looky there. There's a level 6, like right next to me for some reason. And basic battle ingots. What it looks like they did in this latest patch, 6.1, is they took out the Demon Hunter. And they went, so your threats, there's nothing but some airship parts and for levels 1 through 5 now. 6 and 7 give you basic battle ingots. And then 8 through 12 are giving us retribution ingots. I'll put a little list of this up here shortly. And then 13 through 18 is now your Sun King ingots. 18 through 30 is our Master ingots. 31 through 35 is our Buccaneer ingots. 36 through 50 is our Pursuer elixirs. And 51 through 55 is our Bloodtooth elixirs, even though we don't have those threats open in our new kingdom yet. So, but let's talk more about threats. That's what they'll drop for the ingots. I try to tell people, get off the old Red Guard thinking. One, the gates are one of the self-destructive entities inside of an alliance. I just put out a mail in my own alliance here. I don't want to hear about the gate keys. A year and a half ago, I said, damn it. It's like, oh, we're going to limit the keys to 1 key and 2 keys and 3 keys. If I have to implement socialism in order to play the game, then it's already broken. Okay? Somebody who works hard, grinds up the stuff the game gives them, and it's a reward for them because keys are an alliance loot reward, should get all the reward they could get. They need to turn around and fix this broken thinking. My biggest problem with that, having to implement this in this socialist fashion, is there's no log to who donated too many keys. So you can't enforce your socialist ideas. All you can do is complain that they're not working. You know, that is what it is, right? What it really does for you as an R4, R5 is other people know they're being cheated. They don't know who's doing it, and it causes mistrust. Okay? You're sowing mistrust because the game refuses to update this gate system. So just avoid it. And if you're in one of the newer kingdoms, you're going to be grinding out threats. Look, we're going to be over here. We're going to go out. We're going to hit these guys. Never mind their slow spawn rate. Yeah. And we're going to hit them. Okay. Because what we're going to get from them is we're going to get guard XP. I don't care about these Pursuer elixirs from there. You'll get more than enough of these from events, other things. And if you think the drop rate on this stuff sucks, oh my gosh, guys, wait till you try to convert them into freaking loot. That rate will just blow your mind. So it's not your focus, okay? If you're trying to grind out that buck gear so that you can get your Pursuer stuff open, or you're trying to grind out these Pursuer elixirs down the road, depending on when you see this film, so that you can get into your Bloodtooth gear, woo, you're going to be grinding. The game is trying to slow you down. All right. To be fair, just about everybody in this game said events are coming too fast. This is happening too fast. There's too much stuff on top of each other. Gimme, 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 gimme. And at the same time, when something new comes out, it's like, my gosh, why don't I have it yesterday? Where's my trophy? I'm playing the game. I don't believe in money. That's my favorite. And you've said it to me, folks. I actually had a guy come in to my TeamSpeak that I pay for proper communication with my team, heard all the team tactics and good information being passed around, go, my God, it's awesome in here. I should record this for my YouTube channel. And then started a record button. I got anti-recording software. I knew the minute he started recording software in there. But it's like, what are you thinking? It's like, I pay for all this. Yeah, but I don't believe in money. So he was willing, but he did believe in thievery. Stealing my money was just fine. Couldn't believe the balls on him. It was hilarious. We banned you from the whole system at that point. You get banned for more than a few TeamSpeak servers, and TeamSpeak won't let you on any server. That's one of the beauties I love about that. Trolling does not get to bounce from place to place with that platform. It's a wonderful system. Older than dirt, as long as MMOs have been out there, it's been a great system. So you're going to have to grind the threats. You're going to be grinding the threats for your guard XPs. You're going to also be grinding the threats. Like, we just got some brand new guards, right? I've got to go in here. I need talent points for these great brand new guards. That means I got to go be out grinding threats. RG camps are not going to give me this stuff. They haven't made it 6 and 1 and half a dozen another. And they haven't fixed this gate system where instead of being this, someone's going to dictate the time you're going to show up, and you got to, and you know, we've made the gate so stinking easy. Your alliance is killing it in 2 seconds. We got to implement another socialist system inside the socialist system in order to try and make it fair for everybody. It's not hard. Make it like a wolf threat event. And the thing just lasts 24 hours, 12 hours, 10 hours, 2 hours, don't care what. Anything other than what you're doing. There's a way to fix this without pissing off your customers. It will be a welcome change, but they don't, you know, we're talking to the developers at this point, guys. Do believe it or not, they do actually listen. So you're going to be grinding out these threats. The other thing is you can affect your environment via your main quests. So if you move your alliance over to a level 4 tile area and you make your alliance go through the kill 10 of this, kill 10 of that, and they skipped it because 99 times out of 100 they did. They don't give a damn. They just want the biggest, best, whatever they can kill at the time. You'll get more spawn rates. It's not even a GOG thing. This is a game seeding system. It takes the player's individual need, right? And it draws a map around that need. They got a quest in there. You didn't do it. You need 9 level 2s. So they're going to put some level 2s out there in the seeding process. You got 99 people who all need level 2s. I can't find threats next to my castle because you're too lazy to do the freaking quest. And with the search system, there's no excuse. It takes 1 day, go through there, beat up the quests, knock them out, be done with them. Fixes your threat problem for the most part. On average, for our top level threats, we can burn them dry in 4 minutes. When we did the 400 stamina burned, 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes, we burned the area dry. Wait 5 minutes, it was respawned again. So that's not really the problem if you'll do those stinking quests. Same thing with the seeding system on the tiles. If you'll do the food, do the wood, get the stuff done. Guys, during your gold event, drop your freaking food bucket. Drop your food bucket down right before and the day before and the day of troop training day, you know, where everybody should know to put their 50% reduction bonuses on, and then just out of natural habit, they'll get these quests done. And all of a sudden the tiles around their things. Post Kingdom 570 though, tile farming, frickin' useless. You can see right now, I'm not on any tiles. I don't care. They're dropping enough that's bag lootable to get this stuff done. There's no need. You know, I got this great big fat arrow on my screen over here that I thought would make it easier for everybody to see. And the one on film is teeny tiny. What the hell is that doing? You know what? I'll have to figure that out later. But I made this great big fat arrow thinking it was easier for everybody to see what I'm pointing at. It's a unique color. It's gold. It's this teeny tiny gold one over here. My gosh. All right. Nothing ever works as advertised, right? Always somebody with an idea about how my stuff should work better for me without my input. All right, so like I said, on the threats, you're gonna have to work on those things. It's very important. Now, one of the things we've been doing for like the butt gear, we've been doing 3 rounds and an intentional loss on Night Siege to help new castles get their butt gear, so that they can get their pursuer, gear, and that way they can get in their Bloodtooth gear. It's one of the privileges of being able to know you're going to go into Night Siege, and we can either win it on painful or we can lose it. Doesn't matter. So we go 3 rounds and everybody stacks up in one, and we help the other guys out. Otherwise, they'd be gear locked because they screwed the system over and the drop rate sucks so much. So that's one of our fixes to the drop rate being so sucky for the butt gear right now. They need to go back in there and fix that. They did close out the 2 jump system where you would jump from one kingdom to another kingdom and then land in your 3rd kingdom, and you'd have a set of buck ingots to get started with for the most part, and you could build your gear. That's gone. So we're left with the grind system. That's why I'm talking about the threats and I'm talking about the grind system. They patched the jumping system. The is what it is, guys. Okay, they patch, we patch. Tell you what's going on. There's something new we can go with. We're going to go with that. Took them, what, 2.5, 3 months to close that hole. They closed it wrong the first 2 times. They eventually got it done. They eventually got it closed right. Let's see what else we can get done there. You know what? I'm going to go cheat. Gosh. The clicking, the oversensitive clicking is still here. That's one of the problems. Did I delete that? No way I would have done that. There we go. All right. Upper limit of threats of 55. We discussed that. When attacking higher level threats, there's a chance to obtain a Bloodtooth elixir. That's the 51s through 55s on that one. The upper limit of buildings glory level has been raised to level 40. It used to stop at 35. And who cares? Holy crap, it is garbage stats for a very expensive buy. If you're buying banners past 30, you're throwing money in the wrong direction. If your alliance is on banners past 30, you're screwing your alliance. All right, it's aged old thinking. The Spirit Mines works. You can get 300 a day in there. You can really get your stuff done much, much, much faster than we used to. For those who think it's taking too long, wah, you should have just seen how we used to do it. you wouldn't even dream of buying banners in the Spirit Mines way back when. Now you can get 300 a day in there and not even hurt your RSS purchases. So don't hurt your alliance trying to get banners for 1% for 4,000 banners. You want them that bad? Spend the $5 on the daily deal, guys. Seriously, that's the best way to buy that. If you need that for $5, you can go chase your 1% all by yourself. That shouldn't be done as a team. Stick to your catacombs and stick to your badges. All right, those are your two golden BBs there. You know, I haven't done a gear week to see if they've upgraded that to where to see if it. I don't even know what all you get from the. They don't tell us up front. I'd have to blow a week to know what we get. I'll do that. We'll blow a week on gear and see what happens. Maybe the buck's hidden in there and I don't even know it. But you'd have, you know, they don't tell us in these notes, and yeah, maybe it'll be there by the time I actually look. Equipment and coat of arms rewards and shooting gallery, blah blah, no big deal. Couldn't even tell they changed that. Miscellaneous operation display optimizations. Quite frankly, crap upon crap, and there was immediate complaints about how the chat rooms weren't working. Couldn't do some invites. One of the complaints was they didn't hide the loot for the Christmas event. They told everybody what they're going to get, and everybody seen just how garbage it was going to be at the end. They went, "Who cares?" That was brilliant on your part. It used to be something you wanted. Now it's not. When attacking threats players, I cannot believe they're not giving away a high-level airship part or a gem. Honestly, go back and patch that. That was garbage. Reduce the proportion of troops that are seriously injured when attacking threats. Yeah, that was getting to be expensive, even for me. And it wasn't to do with your stats or your power or anything else. Just a percentage of them freaking went to the hospital. And it was a food bleed of all food bleeds. So, yeah, I'm glad. I would say that they didn't reduce it enough. It's still a pretty big bleed. I shouldn't be healing 20, 30,000 troops a day. Killing threats. That's still a big stinking number. They love that word optimize these days. Optimize, like any liberal, the word means what you want it to mean at the time they're saying it. And if they wanted to change what it means later, we'll just change the meaning of what they said. And generally it means whatever we want it to mean at the time we want it to mean something. Every time they use the word optimize, in my opinion, I see they made it better for them and worse for the rest of us. I backed off the honor challenge this time. I didn't go the full one. I hope they noticed that I did that. Because quite frankly, they're getting stingy on the keys. That's in the first two. Yeah. What the hell? All right. Deal with that in a minute. Okay. So what else can we say about this patch here? A little bit unimpressed. We still are thinking that there's been some talk specifically about our KVK matchup. That the Kingdom 508 will probably get swapped out with a newer alliance. Somebody post 570 in order to make it sporting. I hope that is true. I gave some serious thought to why this is slowing down. And Really, it's the single tier march that's slowing down the troop training. I've got guys who have 1.5 million troops. Problem is, it's 2 marches. It's not 3 combat marches. It's just 2 marches. One of the reasons is we're running all this top tier stuff now. So instead of going through and building some tier 4s and tier 5s and tier 6s, tier 7s with my old March calculators so that people could run daily timers, man, they're letting top tiers cook off for a couple days. It's slow building troops much slower. They're dying much, much faster. And the advantages that the older kingdoms have is really putting a wet blanket on people's growth. And I've got a lot of let's wait and see people. Well, we'll wait and see. Well, you do nothing, you get nothing, and that's exactly what's going to happen there. I like to go into a KVK with a KVK team that's somewhere between 65 and 80 million troops. We're not there. Not in 592. We're about 15 and a half, 16 million combat ready. And, it's enough to hurt people, but it's enough to not hurt them long term. So anybody with an older school account is going to have a much, much larger volume of troops to deal with than what we've got with there. The hospitals, man, that happened to patch before last. And frankly, everybody needs to be on their game with this. In the development, you've got more hospital capacity to research here, right? I got another 12 to do there. You've got, and don't forget, everybody goes, oh, you got 20 more, but you got more down here, guys. There's more there. There's more there. And there's more there. You got some hospital capacity now. So when you're doing your war machines, when they do those war books, get in there and bump your hospital numbers up. I need another 100 of these books in order to do my next level of hospital capacity. But that adds up. 4,000 in my hospitals is 12,000 in my sanctuary. It's a lot more troops surviving. Okay. You've got to get that hospital capacity up. There's no excuse for not doing it on the research side if you're ignoring it on the construction side. I wish they'd have gone through and bumped the per level on the hospital side up on the construction. Way too many people avoid that construction because it's long, tedious, and a little bit expensive. The same thing on the military tents. Way too much construction time. People start to avoid it, trying to get their other stuff done, and it's taking them out of the game, folks. So the construction timers on these things need to be much, much faster. They need to adjust the time it takes to build up tents and hospitals, and the capacity and the speed at which we build troops. Guys, you went from a 200,000 March cap to an 800,000 March cap, and it takes just as long to build. And I'm pretty much limited to with high-level tents, 2,500 troops per, taking 2 days. That's, 68 days to build one march that can be wiped out in 15 to 20 seconds. Wah, wah. Why do I want to play? All right. Typically, we like to see our free players recoup a march and a half every 15 days between KVKs. It allows the paid players to invest and be secure in their investment. You've got to help the free play, or they can't help us, and then otherwise there's no reason for us to spend. We can't bear the burden of 100% troop loss on our coin. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. It's almost like asking me to buy badges to get the RSS out of my own damn bag. You make me grind the RSS up, and then you make me buy something to use the RSS I ground up. May have sounded good in the boardroom and the marketing room, but it wasn't really good in reality. Like I said, there needs to be about a 400% adjustment in both the time and the quantity of troop training. And also, the single tier march system, if I'm building distance marches, I only have one building that can build distance marches. So I've taken my 4 troop training buildings working in parallel, and I've drilled it down to only one that's doing any function for me, because I have to optimize the rest of my account towards one march. My guards, my gems, my gear, my airship is all focused on that one march for a long period of time now. So this whole system needs to be rethought up. So not only are we needing to go 4 times the amounts overall in our split system, but if we're drilling down, that one building of concentration needs to be almost 12 times as fast. 12 times the volume has to go through it. So look and address that some way, some shape, some form. Let's get on the ball with that. Everybody needs to be commenting on that one, guys, because it really does affect you, paid player, free players. It's the volume of troops I have represents about $3,000. Okay, that's not a realistic number for new players. It's just not realistic. So I spin it to know what it took to do it. I'm telling you, it's not realistic. I can't. And right now, we're looking at our KVK teams going, we got about 10 to 15 guys. We're just going to go that can go out and just kill anybody anytime we want to. We may be doing that and not actually participating in KVK as a KVK, which means I'm going to wind up leaving my kingdom behind. They're going to feel butthurt because I left them behind. And it's not what I want to do, but it's to their benefit. They just won't understand why it's to their benefit. Because if I let them go out and just kill all their troops off, and then they realize it's going to take them 3 months to build back after 15 seconds of fun, they're going to quit. That doesn't do me any good. That wastes my money. This is, you've got an imbalance here that's kind of, you need to move a little faster at fixing this. This is some quick fixes that I've thrown in here. Adjust the imbalance. I also notice the ultralight loot in the catacombs also needs to be adjusted by a factor of damn near 100 on everything. You can't ask me for 5,000 of something and give me 2 a day. That's unrealistic. It used to be you could go into the expeditions and the catacombs and things like that, and anything you were focused on took 30 days to get. You knew that if you concentrated on it, you would have it in 30 days. Some of this stuff is 4 to 9 months now. That's oddball math. I don't know if it's oversight, blind sight, or hoping we're just stupid in our math. I'm not sure which it is. But it doesn't take long to figure out it's costing you more than it did before to get to the same point. We like the slowdown system. We like the casual play. It is spreading the volume of players out. I've got lots of players coming from all over the kingdoms to come join us. We keep the trolls interested in being trolls just so we can beat on them, give everybody something to do, and then it's lots of fun that way. So some minor changes here. Everybody focus on your threats. You do need to be beaten on those threats. That is the number one portion of this gear.